Because of the drought, we've been averaging closer to 2.5 inches of rain per year. That's nothing. We have a monsoon season, June and July, but last June and July we got absolutely no rainfall whatsoever. The rain was a little bit later in the year. This year it's a little bit earlier. Quite often we'll get rain from storms coming in from the southeast over the Grand Canyon, over Lake Mead. Most of the time the rain that we get comes from the Pacific Northwest, out of Hawaii or Mexico, if the storms are powerful enough to reach this far east. And one of the reasons why we're in a desert has to do with the mountain ranges to our west. In central California, the California Coastal Range. The Sierra Nevada is the tallest in the west. And then our own Spring Mountains just west of the city of Las Vegas.
Sí, pues no, el agua sale hacia atrás. ¿Hacia acá? Sí, el agua sale hacia otro lado. Acuérdate que estas son las zonas, aquí estamos a empezar la zona de las entradas, ¿cómo se llama? De los bordamientos, ¿cómo se llama?
Sí, las esclusas sí,
cuando hay demasiada agua, y eso es lo que no fue. A una derecha, a la izquierda.
Well, we're the only tour company in Las Vegas that gives you 2 hours at Hoover Dam. Most of the time 2 hours is more than enough time. But when you get the larger crowds, it seems like 2 hours still isn't enough. Well, what I'm going to do is probably give you an extra 10 minutes. Instead of leaving at 10 to 4, I'm going to leave at 4 o'clock exactly. From the time we get into the parking garage until 4 o'clock is the time that you're going to have out here. Where I drop you off is where I pick you up. But I don't stay in that spot. I actually pull the bus way to the back of the parking garage. One of the rules that they have out here is they don't want you walking through the parking garage to get to the bus. They have a specific area where they want you to wait for the bus to pull up. Please pay attention to that. I'm going to point it out to you when we pull in. But even if you see me sitting in the bus towards the back of the parking garage, don't walk through the garage to get to the bus. There are people that work here, their job is if they see you walking through the parking garage, they run after you and tackle you. They're really good at what they do, trust me on this. There are little girls out there, boy, they're just like linebackers. So I mean, really, they're very serious about what they do. And the reason why is we have so many buses coming in and out of there, and sometimes when they're backing up, they can't see you if you're standing behind them. You know, and even though we have all the bells and the whistles, I remember one time a number of years ago, a guy that was deaf, standing behind a bus that put on his backup, and you know, you got the lights flashing and you got the bells ringing, he couldn't even hear them. And they, well, let's just say they hit him, but they didn't hurt him because somebody ran out and grabbed him in time. But to prevent that from happening is basically stay in the area where you're supposed to remain, and then when it's time to go, about 5 minutes before it's time to go, I'm going to pull up front into one of the spaces to let you back on the bus. What I normally do is I go over my hotel return list. I figure out the best way to return you to your hotels, because unlike earlier today, we're not going to have 2 buses getting you back. It's only going to be this bus. Unfortunately, most of the hotels are fairly close to each other. Some of you may choose to get off at a hotel other than the one that you were picked up from. And also sometimes if I have a couple of hotels that are right next door to each other or across the street from each other, I may make one stop for 2 hotels. I do this quite often. And again, when you get back on the bus, I'll go over my return list with you. If there's a hotel you want to get off at, even if it's not your own hotel that's on my list, just let me know. That's all you have to do, okay? I'm going to try and get you back into Las Vegas in plenty of time to, well, do other things like dine and perhaps catch a show or whatever. How many of you have had show tickets in Las Vegas? Any of you get to go and see a good show? Yeah, we got some good stuff out there in the way of shows. One of my favorites is a guy by the name of Terry Fader at the Mirage. Man, talk about a show that Vince Quote was really very, very talented. I hope that all of you take advantage of some of the things while you're in Las Vegas. You know, because we want you to go home and tell everybody, you know, how much fun you had, whether you won any money or not. And again, don't forget to remind you where to go to win money while you're in Las Vegas. Well, we're going to be pulling right into this parking garage. High Skiller Cafe right here. Great food. I know the cook, good friend of mine, Mariano, has specials every day. They also have a hot dog in there. It's a big, big hot dog called That Damn Dog. And if you are going to buy that, you'll get the bumper sticker that says I ate the whole damn thing. Yeah, they always like to do a little play.
Hey, Watson's. Peace. Funky.